Hello YouTube, this is a hardware, screen design and battery comparison of an iPad mini with Google Nexus 7. So the iPad mini is a rival to the Nexus 7 because of its size. You could argue that Apple created the iPad mini deliberately to snatch some market share from Google. So in this review we are going to look how the iPad mini stacks up against the Nexus 7. Now let's start this review by talking about the price of these devices. So Nexus 7 starts at £159 for an 8GB model, with a 16GB model costing £199. On the other hand, the price of the iPad mini was one of the most debatable thing, and the cheapest iPad you can get costs £269 for the 16GB model. This puts it at £70 more than the equivalent Nexus 7. However, Google have introduced Nexus 7 with 32GB of an internal memory at a price of £199 to compete with an iPad mini. So again, Nexus 7 is £70 cheaper than iPad mini and we have more memory in it. Now let's talk about the design and dimensions of these phones. So the Nexus 7 is smaller at 120 by 199 mm compared to 135 by 200 mm. The width is the main difference here. However, as we predicted, Apple made the iPad mini thinner and lighter than the Nexus 7, because Nexus 7 is 10.5 mm thicker and weighs 340 grams. On the other hand, the iPad mini is 7.2 mm thinner and weighs only 308 grams for the Wi-Fi only model. The Wi-Fi and 4G model is an additional 4 grams heavier. Now let's talk about the design and build quality of these devices, and let's see which one has got a better design and build quality for us. So on the front, on an iPad mini, we have oleophobic coating, and on the sides we have crystalline diamond lines, exactly the same lines we have on an iPhone 5. And on the back we have aluminum. On the other hand, on the Nexus 7, on the front we have a glass, on the sides we have a plastic lines, which you can see clearly in this video, and on the back we have a plastic as compared to aluminum back of an iPad mini. So Apple have used better material as compared to Asus in making this iPad mini. Now let's talk about the screens of these devices. So there was no surprise to discover that the iPad mini has a 7.9-inch display, and this is little larger than the 7-inch screen found on the Nexus 7. Google Nexus 7 uses an 800 by 1280 resolution, and as we predicted, the iPad mini uses a 1024 by 768 resolution, matching that of the original iPad and iPad 2 but on a smaller screen. This makes the aspect ratio 4:3 like all previous iPads compared to 16:10. Moreover, the iPad mini doesn't have as detailed a screen as the Nexus 7. Its pixel density is 163 ppi compared to 216 ppi of Nexus 7. So Nexus 7 has got a better resolution and pixel density than iPad mini. Now let's talk about the processors of these devices. So the Google Nexus 7 is equipped with an NVIDIA Tegra 3, a quad-core chip along with a 12-core GPU. The iPad mini is equipped with Apple's A5 dual-core processor clocked at 1 GHz, which was used in the iPhone 4S and iPad 2. So the CPU is better on Nexus 7 and GPU is better on an iPad mini. To confirm this, we are going to run a Need for Speed game on both of these devices later on, and we will see which one has got a better GPU. Now let's move into an internal storage of these devices and let's see which one has got better memory available for us. So Google Nexus 7 is available in 3 versions of memory: 8GB, 16GB and 32GB. On the other hand, the iPad mini sticks to traditional Apple storage capacities of 16GB, 32GB and 64GB. Unfortunately, one thing the tablets have in common is a lack of a microSD for memory expansion. Now let's talk about the cameras of these devices. So on the front, on both of these devices, we have got a 1.2 megapixel camera. Unfortunately, there is no back camera available for us on Google Nexus 7. On the other hand, on an iPad mini, we have got a 5 megapixel camera without a flashlight. But this camera is really good. You can take 720p videos from it. So it's really good to have this camera on an iPad mini. So here iPad really mitigates Nexus 7, and this might be a reason of iPad mini higher price. Now to finish this review, we are going to talk about the batteries of these devices, and let's see which one is going to last for us for a longer time. So the Nexus 7 has a 4325 milliamp hours battery, promising 10 hours of battery life when browsing the web over Wi-Fi. The situation with the iPad mini is almost identical, with Apple claiming 10 hours battery life surfing the web over Wi-Fi thanks to its 4406 milliamp hours battery. So guys, after looking at the hardware, design, screen, internal memory and battery of these devices, I have came to the conclusion that both devices have different advantages over each other, and it's pretty unfair to say which one is a better device. I have only talked about the facts in these devices, and I am leaving this to you guys whether you want to buy an iPad mini or Asus Google Nexus 7. But outcome of this review says that iPad mini has better build quality, internal storage and GPU. On the other hand, Nexus 7 has got a better screen resolution with pixel density, better CPU and NFC available for us. So if you have question in your mind why you choose iPad mini over Nexus 7, you choose iPad mini over Nexus 7 because it has a better build quality, it has a back camera which we haven't got on Nexus 7, plus it has a better GPU, which you will get to know when we do a comparison video of Need for Speed Most Wanted on both of these devices. And now why you choose Nexus 7 over an iPad mini? Because Nexus 7 has got higher screen resolution and pixel density than iPad mini, and it has got a better CPU so you can multitask really quickly. Plus we have NFC available for us on the Nexus 7, which isn't available on an iPad mini. So thank you for watching this video guys. I hope you have enjoyed this hardware, screen, design and battery comparison of Nexus 7 with an iPad mini. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video to get iPad 4 review soon by me on YouTube. Take care all, bye, have a lovely life.